Hey you guys, welcome back to my table of three. Today is Saturday and it's February the 9th, I believe. I just got off of work, so I'm a little bit tired from today. My husband and son are about to run out and grab some things that I need for our church potluck that we're doing tomorrow. So I know I'll have to do some extra cooking later for that. So I wanted to spend as little time as possible in the kitchen tonight making dinner for us. So yeah, so I thought I would show you. Today I thawed out a 1 pound of our lean hamburger that we buy, our ground beef that we buy from a local farm. I showed you that, guys, I think in my freezer. And so my other favorite item that I showed you guys before in my Aldi haul was this rice cauliflower. Very economical, I believe, in my opinion anyway. We use it a lot. It's one of my favorite go-tos lately. I know all moms are so super busy, and I've noticed that I need really quick meals really fast, especially since I've been working full-time and homeschooling. That is, I'm still learning how to balance that, because between working full-time 40 hours a week and homeschooling and trying to keep the blog running and then still trying to remember to take care of myself and stay focused on my weight loss, it kind of gets overwhelming. So I don't know if you've noticed on my blog, mytableof3.com, shameless plug, but lately I've been trying to focus on really fast, really simple recipes, whether it be desserts or dinners, and I do that because that's what we eat. That's what I need to make really quick, because I need to be able to make that recipe before I go to work in the morning, so it's ready for my boys and myself to eat for dinner, so I'm not exhausted rushing around to find it. Or I need something like today that's going to come together really fast after I have worked and got off. So I got off about 1 or 1:30 today, just a little bit ago, and I'm going to get started with dinner. I think, like I said, the boys are going to go out. My son is trying to talk my husband into taking him to the park as well, but it's still super cold here, like in the low 30s, so we'll see if that happens. If it does, I may get a little bit of time to myself, which is why I want this recipe to go even faster, so I'll have dinner ready in a snitch, or in a blink of an eye, is a better phrase. That way I could enjoy some time reading one of the books that I'm reading right now, or maybe catch up on some Netflix while they're away. So I will show you. Oh, and this recipe, I just call it taco rice. It's just a low-carb taco rice, Trim Healthy Mama S. Very simple. It's something I've been making for a year or so now. We eat it at least once a week. It is a Trim Healthy Mama S. It might even fit keto. You have to work it in somehow, figure out your carbs and stuff. And this cauliflower is going to take the place of rice to keep it low carb. What else? Oh, for a side, I normally do I don't know, like a non-starchy veg, and sometimes we just eat that in a bowl as a one pot wonder, because it has your vegetables and your meat, your protein. But today I got a deal on a great side item, which I'm going to show you later. So we're going to have that side and the taco rice. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and not hold this video up any longer. So come with me in the kitchen and watch me do my quick low-carb taco rice for dinner. Alright, here are the ingredients to my simple low-carb taco rice, as I call it. I got 1 pound, you can see it's just about 1 pound of our organic beef that we buy from a local farm. I have 12 ounces of the riced cauliflower from Aldi, which I've said before is one of my favorite things to pick up at Aldi. It's only like $1.89 in my Aldi, so super cheap. Compared to a head of cauliflower, and it may be a little bit less than you would get out of your normal head, but this works perfectly for one meal for us. And then I'm going to put in these frozen pepper and onion blend, and it's just something I get at Walmart like this. This whole bag is like $2.27, and I use it for like 3 recipes each time. So this is going to finish that up. And then 1 jar of the organic salsa mild that I get from Aldi, and then seasons that you would use for tacos, like chili powder, cumin, garlic, and salt. And so that is all it's going to take for my simple low-carb cauliflower taco rice that we're going to have for dinner tonight with the salad. This would be a Trim Healthy Mama S, because I am going to use a little bit of coconut oil. Since this is very lean, I'll use the coconut oil to cook it in, and then I'm going to jump in and let you guys, as soon as my skillet's hot, show you guys how I throw that together. It's very simple. I thought I'd show you tonight what we're having for dinner. I'll tuckle this 1 pound of lean beef is going to go into this pan, and I'm just got this on a medium heat. I'm just going to break it up into small pieces like you would if you were going to do a taco meat or something like that for taco salad. I'm going to turn the heat up a little bit more. Now I'm going to cook these onions and peppers mixed with the beef. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Add that in. And then I'm going to add a seasonings to taste. I like to start with about a teaspoon of garlic powder. Teaspoon of chili powder. Teaspoon of, I'm going to do a teaspoon and a half of cumin because we like that. But you can adjust this however you like, or if you have no objection to it, you guys can use a taco seasoning packet that you buy at the store. It's just up to you. And then I'm going to do a teaspoon of salt. And we may have to adjust these as we go. All the time I do, I just like to start out with that. And now I am just going to cook this until, give it a stir, and then we're just going to cook it until the hamburger meat or the ground beef is all cooked through and the peppers and onions are cooked down. So I'm going to keep cooking this, and I'll check back in when I add the other 2 ingredients, which is super simple, just the salsa and the cauliflower rice. So let's get this cooked up. Okay guys, so this has been cooking probably about 5, 6, 7 minutes, less than 10 minutes altogether. I should have timed it for you guys, but I didn't. Let me go ahead and turn this off real quick. Thought I was going to use the oven, but I'm not. So there's not much grease in this because it was so lean. So I'm going to leave what's in here so that the cauliflower does not stick when I add that in. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this 1 8-ounce bag of cauliflower that I showed you guys, that I showed you guys that I got from Aldi. And I'm just going to dump it on top. And I haven't defrosted or thawed this or anything, just straight frozen. The whole bag goes in, and I can just break that up. And I'm just going to make a single batch. This will be plenty for the 3 of us for dinner because we're going to have it with the salad. A lot of times I'll just double this, and I mean exactly like I did. 2 bags of cauliflower, 2 pounds of meat, probably about 3 cups of those onions and peppers. But you can leave those out and just chop an onion if you don't have that. Anyway, and so then I just put it all in here, and I'm going to, my stove is still, or my burner, sorry, is still on medium high. If you have a number system, mine is on 8. And I'm just going to let this cook because the cauliflower doesn't take real long to cook, but it is going to take about, I would say, 10 minutes. So this whole recipe usually takes me between 20 and 25 minutes to cook, maybe 30. So this is really one of my go-to Trim Healthy Mama meals. It's also low carb. It can be keto friendly. You may need to dial back the peppers some. And then watch your macros as far as your carbs and your cauliflower, whatever works for your plan. But this is definitely a Trim Healthy Mama S because I used oil to cook the meat and the vegetables in. If you want to do lean, you could probably do it lean somehow and just use brown rice. If you were going for a Trim Healthy Mama E, just make sure your fats per serving doesn't go over 5 fat grams. So you could use brown rice, but I haven't been eating a lot of brown rice lately. I try to avoid grains because they don't make me feel the greatest. So I love using this cauliflower. I buy this every grocery haul that I can. Last month, a couple of times I went, the 2 trips I made to Aldi, they were out of it. So that was very sad. But as you saw in my past grocery haul last week, they had it. So I grabbed 4 or 5 of them. So yeah, so this is going to take about another 10-12 minutes to cook, and about halfway through I will taste it for more spices like garlic powder, onion powder, chili powder, and I will put the recipe, I'll just type it below. It's not on my blog right now. I should put it on there, but I will just type this down below in the comments, and you guys can taste as you go because there's nothing in here that would help. Once the meat is cooked, there's nothing that you can't taste as you go. And so when it's about cooked, halfway and the cauliflower is starting to get tender and warmed up, I will put half of this jar of organic salsa, which, let's see, it's about, there's 15 servings, each serving's 2 tablespoons, so half of that, it would be about 14 tablespoons, I guess. I just eyeball it, honestly, guys. I just pour the 16 ounces, I just pour about a cup in there and stir it up, and then you can taste again, and that's it. So I'm going to finish cooking this, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like when I'm done and when I make our plates. We're just going to serve this with the salad, and I'll show you that in a second. Matter of fact, I'll show you that now while this is finishing up. Okay, guys, so I'm going to jump over here while this is finishing up. I'm about to add the salsa, but while I do that, I'm going to show you the salad real quick. This is a super quick dinner for us. This is Saturday. I worked today. I worked about 5.5 hours this morning. It's about 3 o'clock. It's freezing outside, but my son wanted to go to the park, so my son told my husband to take it in. So this is a really quick dinner that'll be ready when he gets back, so we can enjoy some time together in dinner. I found this salad kit at Kroger yesterday on the markdown aisle. These salads at Kroger are about $2.50 to $3 a bag, but as you can see, I got that a great deal, 99 cents. You can still, it's still great. Since this probably would not be enough, we're going to focus mainly on the salad with that side of this. Okay, I'm going to jump over here real quick. It's getting, okay, can you guys see that? Let me see, hopefully you can. Okay, so now this is starting to get tender. I'm going to hold this real quick, and I'm going to dump in 1 cup of this salsa, and I'm just going to stir this in. This is for flavor, and this is one of my favorite salsas to use. Hopefully you guys can see that. I can't see what I'm recording. Let me turn my flip screen. Okay, so you're just going to do this. Now this, again, you can adjust. You can use more salsa or less salsa, but you can see, you can't see from the new label, but it's almost, let me add just a little bit more, but it's just about half of that jar. And now I'm going to stir this. This gives it a lot of taco-y flavor, and we will not have to add salsa later because it'll have that great flavor. So now I got about another 5 to 7 minutes of cooking this, and this will be completely done. And I'll show you the way I serve that when everybody comes back to eat. One way, my husband, he likes his plain. I like mine plain with a side salad, but my son also likes to eat these as tacos. So sometimes I will put these on a low-carb tortilla or a Joseph flax wrap with him with a little bit of sour cream, and he loves it like that. So now, back to the salad. Let's see if I can manage this so you guys can see without tipping over this tripod. Okay. Alright, so I showed you the larger salad. Is it upside down? You guys bear with me. Okay, there we go. So I got this larger salad bag. I didn't think it would be enough. So I bought this second one, which is a salad kit Caesar as well. And you can see it's smaller, so I got it for 75 cents. So excellent prices. I'm just going to cut these open. Now, I will not put the croutons or the salad dressing on the salad. I will leave that on the side. My son will probably have croutons. And as far as the dressing goes, we'll have the Caesar on the side, and I have homemade ranch in the refrigerator as well, so everybody can choose what dressing they want, and if they want crouton and stuff, which we will not because they are not low carb, but it's okay, my son won't come. So here, it's just a Caesar kit, I can't even say that right, guys. Anyway, the Caesar salad, and I'm going to open these up, just simple, as I'm stirring this. This is so simple, you guys, but it's so tasty. And putting the cauliflower in this taco rice is not only a great recipe in itself, but you could also stretch your hamburger meat by adding the cauliflower for tacos, and maybe even get your kids to eat more. You remember the video that the Trimley Mama ladies put out? Pearl and Serene did the ground beef hack. If you haven't, I'll link that below. I just watched it earlier today. This is just the Parmesan cheese that comes with that packet, and I'm going to do the other one. And they add mushrooms, which are super healthy. These are the croutons. Just throw them to the side. This is the one that comes in the larger bag. Oh, the smaller bag did not come with any cheese. Bummer. Anyway, so here are the dressing packets that come with the kits. I'll put those over to the side in the fridge. And then that is it. Anyway, back to that hack. They just grind up mushrooms and put it in with their ground beef to stretch it. I'll link that below. So it's a great idea. They talk about how mushrooms are good for you and stuff like that. So there is my fancy salad. That cost me about $1.50. No, I'm sorry. About $1.95, I guess, after taxes. I do have some tomatoes in the refrigerator. I'll also offer those. I don't know if I'll have any, but if my son and husband want any, I'll do that. And so there you have it. There's my marked down reduced salad that's still beautiful and green from Kroger. And another glance at this. Here is the low carb taco rice. And I did taste this, and I did add about another fourth of a teaspoon of salt and another half teaspoon of garlic powder, chili powder, and cumin. So now it's perfect for our taste buds the way we're used to. Oh, you can't see it, can you? And anyway, I'll show you a picture of our plate at the end. So, all right, guys, so the boys are back from the park and the store, and this is our low carb cauliflower rice and a salad, and that is a low carb tortilla, because my son I know will want a tortilla with his. So that is it, our low carb, really quick, about 25-30 minutes at the tops dinner for tonight. You guys have a great weekend. Again, like I said a little bit earlier when I thought I was ending, I'll see you guys on the next video.